Hello and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a pretty radical idea of what it means to be wealthy, one that you can't measure in dollars or property or anything like that. We're going to unpack the ancient Buddhist take on contentment as the real ultimate form of wealth.
I mean, it's a question we all ask ourselves at some point, right? Is it about having everything we could ever want, or is it something a little deeper than that? So let's kind of challenge our usual assumptions and see what a 2,500-year-old tradition has to say about it.
Okay, so right from the get-go, these ancient texts draw a really clear line in the sand. Sure, material wealth is a thing, but wisdom, the kind of understanding that leads to real peace, that's presented as something way, way more valuable. It's a treasure that actually pays off in your day-to-day life. So to get how we cultivate this inner wealth, we first got to look at what's getting in the way.
So if the goal is this incredible inner wealth, what's the main roadblock? Well, according to these teachings, the problem isn't that we don't have enough stuff. The problem is the mechanism of wanting itself.
Wow, the imagery here is so powerful. Craving is painted as this relentless vine that just takes over everything. It's that restless energy that has us jumping from one desire to the next, always looking for the next thing, never really satisfied. Kind of like a monkey just swinging through the forest, frantically grabbing for the next piece of fruit.
There's a specific word for this, tanha, and it literally translates to thirst. We're not just talking about wanting a new car. It's that deep, nagging thirst for life to just be different. It's that constant low hum of dissatisfaction in the background, and the texts argue that this is the true source of all our sorrow.
And you can break it down into this simple, almost predictable chain of events. First, that thirst, that craving, pops up. That feeling makes us grasp, right? We cling to it mentally, emotionally. And the inevitable result of that clinging? Suffering. The crucial point here is that this isn't just random bad luck. It's a pattern.
But hey, here's the good news. If the problem follows a predictable pattern, then the solution does too. And it's not about trying to crush your desires with willpower. It's way more skillful than that. It's about cultivating a mind that doesn't feel the need to grasp in the first place.
So this path to contentment, it's an active training program for your mind. A lot of this is right there in what's called the Noble Eightfold Path. It starts with the basics, ethics, simple stuff that reduces harm and helps quiet the mind down. From there, it's about training your attention, what they call guarding the sense doors, so you're not just swept away by every little thing you see or hear. It's a conscious choice to let go of unhelpful states like greed and actively grow the good stuff.
So what happens when you actually do this? When your mind isn't constantly being yanked around by craving, something pretty incredible starts to happen. It gets calm, it gets clear, and it becomes powerful enough to enter these really deep states of meditation.
This state is called samādhi. And here's the key connection. Contentment is the direct cause of samādhi. When the mind is finally free from the jitters of wanting, it can settle down, become one-pointed, and get deeply immersed. This isn't just about relaxation. It's a seriously powerful and stable awareness, and it's the foundation for some profound joy and insight. And that state of samādhi, well, it's the gateway to what are called the jhanas. And these are states of meditation so deep, so profound. They're described with words like rapture and bliss. Think about it. A kind of happiness that has nothing to do with getting something new. It's born directly from the quality of your mind when it's settled and concentrated. The texts try to describe this experience with some really beautiful metaphors. So picture this, a deep, still lake. There are no rivers flowing in or out. It's totally calm. But from deep down inside the lake, a spring of cool water starts to well up. And this just perfectly captures it, doesn't it? That feeling of bliss and peace, born from concentration, completely soaks your body and mind. It's a total, all-encompassing experience of well-being that comes completely from within. That is the return on your investment for cultivating contentment.
But believe it or not, even this profound state of bliss isn't the final destination. It's an important stop, a stepping stone on the path, but it points towards something even greater, complete and total freedom.
The ultimate goal of this whole path is called Nibbāna. It literally means to extinguish or to quench, like putting out a fire. And what's being extinguished? The fires of greed, hatred, and delusion. It's the final complete end of craving, the stopping of all suffering, and total freedom from all those mental attachments.
I love this metaphor of a serpent shedding its skin. Liberation is like letting go of everything you're clinging to, your past, your worries about the future, all your ideas about who you are.
Just as a snake just effortlessly slips out of its old, tight skin and emerges totally free and new.
And here you have it, a powerful first-person account of what that state feels like. This isn't just some theory, it's a lived reality for people. You can almost feel the relief in those words. The fever has finally broken, and the mind is just cool, peaceful, and totally at ease.
Ultimately, you can boil the whole thing down to this one simple, powerful statement. The goal is the complete and total end of all the mental chains, the fetters, that keep us tied to dissatisfaction and suffering. It's the ultimate freedom.
So, we end up right back where we started, but maybe with a whole new way of looking at things. These texts are suggesting that real wealth isn't about collecting more stuff. It's about letting things go. It's not about getting more, it's about needing less. And that leaves us with one last question to think about. If we use this as the measure, how rich are you?